have you join us again. It is the program Talk That Talk. Feel free to call it the TTT. My name is Delma Gogwem, and I'm so glad that you have taken out time to watch us today. It's another beautiful day to learn, to experience, and to get inspired. On the program today, we will be looking at the influence of foreign lifestyle on child upbringing. What has foreign lifestyle done to child upbringing in Nigeria and Africa? We are always glad to see your messages on our social media handles of Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Feel free to always drop them, and somebody will always respond to it. On behalf of the executive producer of the program, Her Excellency Zinari Anyoma Nkechi Rochas Okorocha, PhD, we want to sincerely thank you for watching. On the program today, we have a lady and gentleman to discuss the topic, and let's look at how the foreign lifestyle has affected the child in Nigeria. We have an intellectual and a prolific writer. He has been on the platform before, and we're so glad and honored to have him right here. Looking so African is Mr. Ime Chigozie. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you.
And you look good, sir. You look African and you look good. And we also have seated looking African, and she looks really good as well. We have Pastor Mrs. Miriam Rowlands. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you. Nice to be here once again.
And we also have a friend of the house. When I say house, I mean Women of Divine Destiny Initiative, WODI, Mr. Moses Okmara, who is a development consultant. Thank you so much for coming.
Always my pleasure to be here.
And we also have right here seated Mr. Eamon Rochas, who is the CEO of Juromi. We're glad to have you.
Thank you so much.
It looks like all my guests are looking African except myself, but I'm sure that will come to a balance somehow. Glad that you are still watching. The program is Talk That Talk. So when we are looking at the influence of foreign lifestyle on child upbringing, Mr. Chigozie, let's start with you. What is influence?
Well, influence. The impact of one thing over the other. It could be behavioral. The impact. Okay, so given the topic, when you talk about the influence of foreign culture, you're talking about either the positive impact, the positive effects, or the negative effects of other cultures on child upbringing in our own nation. So that's the simple meaning.
So let's find out from Pastor Mrs. Rowlands. Is there anything that you add to it? When we talk about influence, what are we referring to?
I think he has defined it. It's what someone else can make another person do, whether willingly or unwillingly, whether positively or negatively. What someone else can put into the mind, especially of another person, to make the person behave the way the Mr. A or Mr. B wants. So his definition is correct.
So Mr. Okmara, when we refer to foreign lifestyle, it means that there was a lifestyle that we had, and then there's something else coming from somewhere. So let's look at what do we mean by foreign lifestyle?
Thank you. Foreign lifestyle is foreign lifestyle.
Okay.
You know, because it is not what we were used to ab initio, if I would use that, you know. For example, I know that in the cultural Igbo society, a man would tie wrapper on his chest, right? Or when they are going to do wrestling, they'll tie it on the waist, you know. But I know that a man normally ties wrapper, like there's a way they tie the wrapper for the men in the cultural Igbo society. Now, things have changed. We're not even proud to tie wrappers, man. We don't see wrestling in our cultural setting the way it used to be done. I will not even throw so much light on it because it's with us. You know, look at our young women. You would use half yard to sew dress for them. When I mean half yard, everything is in the open. Where did that come from? It didn't come from our people. It did not come from our ancestors. Our mothers were taught that your nakedness should always be covered. But they learned from abroad people that it's good to be naked. So things have changed, and it's foreign. It's not something that originated from us.
But have you seen traditional dancers who wear skimpy clothes? Maybe leaves and all of that? Because there are cultures that actually don't cover that much.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at my own cultural Igbo society.
Yeah.
So even our traditional dancers, they cover here and they cover here.
Yes.
But now you have interesting places where you don't even cover anything.
But I'm looking at it from, like you said, they cover, certain places. It looks the same, and it looks similar to some of the dressings we see these days. And, so, but you hear the same people who would tell these young girls, you're dressing like the foreigners. But in our traditional dance, we have people who used to or still dress that way to dance. So what makes the difference?
Well, you made a very, very important point.
Yeah.
I think we should, to understand cultural influences, you have to date back to time.
Yeah.
And when he was talking, I was smiling because there was also a time where we weren't wearing clothes were also introduced to us by the same foreign lifestyle.
Yeah.
If you actually know our actual culture, when you date back to history, we didn't wear ties or suits. These are all foreign lifestyle.
That's
Even
right.
the same clothes. Most people argue that we had more, for lack of better terms, he said we had less material being used because of our weather.
Yeah.
Culture is affected by things around us, by our environment. The hot weather made us wear less clothes. The cold weather, this whole thing called tie, was actually used to cover the necks of the British people when they were cold and the people in that area before it became a fashion trend and tie. Even not, if you think about it, why should anyone ever wear a tie?
Yeah.
So foreign influences can be both positive and negative. The good thing, what we should be defining is there are certain cultural things we have done that makes us who we are, that we should not let go of. But it doesn't mean you should not take some certain notes, some certain things, because per time the world is becoming a global village. With the advent of social media, what we are calling foreign influences is going to happen faster and faster, that the whole world may just start looking like almost one people. So that's my little point.
Okay, so let me ask you, Pastor Mrs. Roland. So we're focusing on child upbringing, that is one major part of our discussion for today. Are there things that during a child upbringing in Nigeria, we teach them as a lifestyle? Let's look at some of those things.